Messenger, caught on camera, St. Louis County cops cover their tracks. By Tony Messenger, St. Louis Post-Dispatch. A federal Homeland Security law enforcement officer was assigned to Metro Transit Patrol as part of a beefed-up security plan for the busy 4th of July weekend. He didn't like what he saw. Late in the afternoon on July 4th, the officer walked into the North Hanley Metrolink substation to find 12 St. Louis County police officers milling about. A resulting Metro check of video footage determined that not only were county police officers loitering in the North Hanley security office instead of patrolling trains or platforms, at one point they covered the security camera with an envelope and tape. That incident was not unique. At least 8 times since 2015, the camera inside the Metrolink substation that serves the University of Missouri St. Louis and Express Scripts has been covered by county police officers, according to records obtained by the Post-Dispatch through a public records request. At a time in which St. Louis County Executive Steve Stenger has said he doubled the number of officers patrolling the transit system to deal with a spike in violence, the public documents, photos, and video demonstrate a disturbing pattern of county police officers loitering in offices, covering a camera and refusing to cooperate with Metro public safety officials. "I don't see how any of this is serving the public interest or public safety," said Metro Department of Public Safety Chief Richard Zott, who agreed to an interview after the Post-Dispatch obtained the records. For the past several months, Metro officers have been unable to enforce laws, even for skipping fares, on the transit lines in the county, under legal threat from both County Police Chief John Belmar and St. Louis County Prosecutor Bob McCulloch. Those county officials allege that the Metro officers, all of whom have Class A peace officer licenses through the state of Missouri, lack the proper legal authority to enforce the law. But the county police officers who are supposed to keep transit lines safe have been found hiding away in security offices rather than patrolling trains and platforms, according to the records kept by Metro. Maintaining those records has become more difficult in the past few months as the dispute between the county and Metro has intensified. Last year, the county officers patrolling Metro stopped using a radio channel that the Metro officers could also monitor. And for the past few months, county police have stopped sharing duty logs with Metro. St. Louis County Police spokesman Sergeant Sean McGuire declined to make either Belmar or Captain Scott Mellies, who supervises the county officers who police Metrolink, available for an interview. Metro operates 46 miles of light rail and 79 bus routes in its territory, which spans St. Louis County, the city of St. Louis, and St. Clair County in Illinois. The records obtained by the Post-Dispatch raised the most serious questions about St. Louis County police officers assigned to Metro. In response to spikes in violence, including shootings and assaults on light rail platforms in the city and county, St. Louis County now supervises all the officers working the transit system under a memorandum of understanding signed by regional political leaders. On any given day, Zott and his staff don't know which county officers are patrolling Metro or where they are stationed. "We have no idea what they do or where they go," Zott said. On July 4th, after the federal Homeland Security officer reported he saw no county officers patrolling platforms, a Metro officer checked the cameras at the North Hanley station. From 5:52 p.m. to 9:48 p.m., both the video and a memo from Metro indicate, there were 5 to 12 county police officers milling around in the security office at any given time. At 11:11 p.m., a county officer grabs an envelope, steps on a chair and covers the camera. A little more than an hour later, the camera is uncovered, and 2 county police officers leave the station. The next day, the act is repeated by 2 county officers in the North Hanley security office. The camera is covered from 11:27 p.m. to 12:31 a.m. Metro posted a camera in its North Hanley security office after an incident involving a county police officer in 2014. Officer DeWan Gore was charged with assaulting a Metro customer, grabbing him on the platform and taking him into the office. County Internal Affairs investigators asked Metro for camera footage inside the office. At the time, there was no camera. Metro installed one, to protect both the county officers and our officers, Zott said. Metro Public Safety Detective Daniel Donahue, who reviewed the footage requested by the Post-Dispatch, said that unlike the cameras on platforms, the camera in the North Hanley security office isn't regularly monitored. But if complaints are made, officers pull the footage. It is in those circumstances that Metro officials discovered at least 8 instances of the camera being covered. The first time Zott saw such a video was in December 2015 after a Metro Information Technology employee who was working in the North Hanley office reported to supervisors that a county police officer was asleep in the office. A check of the video footage showed the camera had been covered. "I saw this, and I thought it was ludicrous," Zott said. On December 4, 2015, Zott sent a screenshot of a county officer covering a camera to Mellies, who supervises the county Metrolink officers. "Really?" Zott wrote. "I'm at a loss." Zott said he never received a response from Mellies. A retired special agent with the Federal Defense Criminal Investigative Service, Zott says he continues to be confounded as to why county officers would cover a camera in a police office. One of the most recent camera covering incidents happened June 25, just hours after a 14-year-old boy was beaten and robbed by 2 armed assailants at the North Hanley station. That evening, a public safety officer noticed something strange. There were no county police officers patrolling the platform. Where were they? The Metro public safety officer wondered. They were loitering in the North Hanley security office, up to 5 St. Louis County officers at a time, feet kicked up on a desk, apparently texting or using their phone apps and not engaged in any police duties, according to a memo a different Metro officer wrote to Zott the next day after checking video from the camera. At 9:58 and 35 seconds p.m., an unidentified county officer stands up and places a white envelope, with the seal facing the camera, covering the lens of the camera, and remained there as it is now, he wrote. Because the camera was disabled, it is unknown how long the officers remained in the office. The camera was covered for a total of 18 hours, the Metro memo indicates. There is only one purpose to cover the lens of a camera, the officer wrote, to hide whatever activities someone is engaged in that they want concealed or undiscovered.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, you know, if I got, you know, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. You know, 47,000 of you so far right now. You know, $1 a day. I mean, $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.